Greetings and welcome to Sunlight Refuge, where the name of the game is motivation, inspiration, and growth. Hi everyone, my name is Tracey, and if you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So, you are not a robot. You are not a robot, right? So, you must be rooted in mindful productivity without burnout, right? Rooted in mindful productivity and not burnout. So that's what this episode is all about. It's about reclaiming your time and energy so that you can live an actual life that feels good and not just full of productiveness, right? Getting tasks done, doing all of the hard things and the repetitious things that takes away and pulls away from you, right? Because between work, sleep, family, whatever else you have going on, that's not a lot of time. So today I want to share some real and practical is the magic word, ways to make the most of your day because guess what? You can't clone yourself, nor were you meant to clone yourself. We just need to make some tweaks and send you on your way, right? So, what does that look like? We're going to go over 4 ways for you to reclaim your energy, right? And be productive without actually moving into burnout, right? The first thing is, which I feel is the foundation, you have to prioritize yourself. You have to prioritize yourself. You are going to have so many things that you have to do throughout the day. It's by design, right? But you got to prioritize yourself to where you can pour from a cup that's full. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have yourself, right? You are not a robot. You have to fill your cup up, and that starts with prioritizing yourself. And prioritizing yourself means giving yourself permission to pause before saying yes, right? And you got to ask yourself, does this align with my peace, even my purpose, but especially your well being, right? Does this align with that? Too often, we prioritize everything, especially women. Not to say men don't either, but it's especially women, right? But let me ask you, how is that working out for you? Do you feel more at peace? Do you feel good? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel well rested? Do you feel like you can just I can go a whole nother round, right? Or do you feel tired? Do you feel stressed out? Do you feel like it's just not enough time in the day? Do you feel like, oh my God, I just wish I had a few more moments, or I wish that I had help, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever your why and your what is, put it in as it applies, right? If you feel that way, you are not prioritizing yourself. Yes, we have things to do, but you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So, how do you prioritize yourself? How can you prioritize yourself? Sometimes you just don't know, right? And I find what works for me is just at the beginning of your day, just take that moment for yourself. Sometimes it may mean you got to get up a few minutes early. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like for you. But before you get into the hustle and the bustle of the day, take a moment. Take a moment to pour back into your cup so you can pour back into whatever you have to pour back into throughout the day, right? It's small things that you can do, right? And you can use that time for whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever helps you. It can be reading, it can be prayer, it can be meditation, it can be working out, it can be just sitting in silence, it can be sitting outside. You know what I'm saying? It can just be what if it's whatever. It's whatever you need in that moment, right? But you just need to be able to take that moment. So that's part of it as far as prioritizing yourself, right? Think about it. What do you do? Okay, you're sleeping and you wake up. What do you do? And that's where you can plug in this positive habit, this positive way of living that will not only say I prioritize myself, but it's living that. Because it's easy to say it, but you got to actually live that, right? So you got to protect your recharge. You got to protect your recharge time the way you would protect anything else that's important to you. You are important to you too, right? So don't let nobody make you feel like you being selfish, and because you're not being selfish, you're just prioritizing you, right? I got to give to myself as well. Okay, so that's one. Prioritize yourself by taking a moment to just pour back into you. It's important. It will change your life, right? Number two, you got to be okay with saying no. And that's sometimes easier said than done, especially when you like the type of people who grew up, or just the type of people who are just helpful people who want to help, or you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. It's like you don't want to say no to somebody. You don't want to have them have that disappointing look on their face and things like that. But sometimes you got to say no. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for some people who was raised to just be kind hearted or just be strong. You know, a lot of times you just suck it up and just do whatever because that's just how you was brought up. But saying no doesn't mean you're letting somebody down. It means you're honoring your needs. You got to honor your needs too. You got to teach people how to treat you. Sometimes you got to teach yourself how to treat you, right? Saying no is not bad, and saying no without explanation. No, nope, I can't make it. Oh, I can't do that. Do you want it? No. Thanks for the invite. Do you want? No. No. With a smile on your face, ain't gotta be no. Just no. No, thank you. Whatever that is. Because every yes to something that drains you is a no to something that feeds you. And it's not necessarily saying that every yes is something that's going to drain you. I'm just saying, like, if it's pulling away from you and what you need, you know what I'm saying, to be energized and to be at peace, and you know what I'm saying, and not just always on go time. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta like take a step back, and that begins with saying no. And so let me save you some hours of overthinking later with this small tip, right? If it's not a clear yes, it's a gentle no. If it's not a clear yes, it's a gentle no. End of story, period. No explanation. Right? You just gotta say no. You gotta prioritize yourself, and you gotta get comfortable with saying no. Because you got things to do too. You know what I'm saying? You got places to go. You got things to do. You know what I'm saying? Which brings me to my next point, which I feel is very important as well. Delegate. 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 You can't be all, do all, serve all. You can't. You cannot clone yourself. So, what does that mean? That means allowing your people, the people around you, to help. And something as small as taking the task of sweeping the floor, going to the grocery store, putting gas in the car. You know what I'm saying? Cooking dinner. Whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it all. I told you, you got to teach people how to treat you, and you also have to teach yourself how to treat yourself. Right? Delegation ain't a weakness. It's your friend. That's wisdom. When you learn to say, you know what, let me just teach somebody how to help me. You know what I'm saying? And then you flow, and because everybody has a part to play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a part to play. So you gotta just speak up. Speak up. What do you need? You'll be surprised how many people be willing to help you. Sometimes people don't, because they just don't know. And you can't live in, they should know. They should have known. Well, yeah, maybe so, but they don't. So teach them. You know what I'm saying? Teach them. And then you'll get what you need instead of sitting back complaining because somebody should have known something that you thought they should have known, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to pick your battles, right? So you got to ask yourself, what am I holding on to out of habit or over responsibility? And think, what can I take off my plate that I can trust somebody to get done? Right? Even if you're supervising them. You know what I'm saying? You can be sitting down doing whatever you need to be doing, and then you can just be like, oh yeah, you did a good job, or make sure you do this part right here, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever that is. Right? Especially when you're talking about family too. That can go into your job as well. That can go into your friends. You know what I'm saying? All type of relationships, right? It don't have to be subject to just one. And then you can take it a step further. They got all these apps, right? They got all these systems and all these tools that you can look into that can help you. Spreadsheets that you can create. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need. Think of it like this. There are no such things as problems. Right? There's no such things as problems. It's just solutions we haven't found yet. And we're in the age where we can get answers for anything. So whatever you need, you can find the answer. You can get the help. Right? So don't be sitting here just thinking, oh, if I only had two of me. No. You got other things. Right? You're not meant to run 24 hours. But you ain't gonna clone yourself either. There's nobody like you in this world. But there's people, places, and things that can help you. And that's the goal, right? So whether it's at home or at work or in your business, start small, right? Like I said, even when it's like grocery shopping, you know, handling tasks for you, any type of task you need. You know what I'm saying? Washing dishes help. You know what I'm saying? Anything, whatever it is, figure out what that is. And I guarantee you, if you plug in these delegations and you allow people to help you, you'll see how much smoothly your day evolves, right? How smoothly your world operates and how peaceful it is. It really is, right? Because that's the goal too, right? I got to do what I got to do, but I want to be at peace. I want to be at ease. I want to be well rested. I want to be happy, right? Don't you want that? We all want that, right? So I think that's a really, really good one. And don't think of it as any type of weakness. Don't think of it as you couldn't handle it. That's just, no. No. That's getting smarter. You know, they're saying work smarter, not harder. That's working smarter, not harder. And I know my people are smart people, right? So it brings me to the fourth one, right? You got to know where you're going. Okay, so I need to prioritize myself, right? I need to start saying no. I got to quit saying yes to everything and taking more of the time that I already don't have, right? I need to allow people to help me, right? But why? What do I need this for? What's my goal? What am I working towards? Get clarity on that, right? And all of this they'll just intertwine. They'll work cohesively, right? It'll be these compartments that is needed to make this work so smoothly, right? So you got to know where you're going. You got to get a clear vision of your direction, whether it's personally, financially, professionally, or health-wise, right? Because these are like the big four, right? Like the top four. You know what I'm saying? Is you and your health and your profession, your work. You know what I'm saying? And taking care of your finances. All these things have to be done. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that stuff is done tip top. And by using these small steps, you can get there. You don't have to go in and, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to make it complicated. You don't have to spend buku money. You don't need a lot of people involved. It's not that hard. Right? You just gotta learn. You gotta learn what you need. You gotta learn what's causing this pattern in your life. You gotta identify what needs to change in order for you to get where you're going. You gotta know where you're going, right? Because when you define your goals, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. Because you'll be focused on the things that do matter. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll look at your schedule and your time as sacred. Like that. No, you know what I'm saying? You won't be just giving it away and misusing it so freely. Right? And that's what it is. It's all about, look, we got things to do, right? In this world, you got things to do. You always gonna have things to do. I tell my children all the time, from the moment you come out the womb, you got things to do. Don't you gotta learn how to breathe? Don't you gotta learn how to eat? Don't you gotta learn how to use your hands? Don't you gotta learn to support your neck? This is all within the first week. You know what I'm saying? You got things to do. That's what this world is. You got things to do, right? And you gotta dodge the things that's trying to get you off your mark, get you off your square. And it's a lifetime journey in that, right? It's a lifetime journey within that. So you gotta get smarter on how you are going to be living your life without all of these vices and stuff that don't help you. It doesn't help you at all. It's meant to be the distraction and lower your vibration. Period. The quicker you know it, the quicker you learn it, the better you'll be. Right? So, what does that mean? That means you have to take the time and listen to yourself and learn what really matters. What do you really need? Right? So this week, I just want you to take one step, right? You take this step, these four small, you know what I'm saying? Take these four small ways and watch how your world blossoms. That's it. That's it. That's the message, right? Choose you, prioritize your peace, say no without feeling guilty, delegate with grace, right? And move with clarity. Where am I going? Where am I trying to get to? And how can I get there without moving like a robot on a 24-hour clock, right? How can I take the wellness path to getting to my goals? That's all it is. Okay? So if you want to take this, I recommend that you write it down. If you want to take this journey on just pouring back into you, right? Getting back to living life as a living person, not somebody on a 24-hour clock, right? You are a living being, and you got to operate within that. You know what I'm saying? So write it down. Identify what does prioritizing you look like, right? What are some things you can say no to? Who can help me? What type of things that I can take off of my plate and allow somebody to help me with, right? And what goals are you trying to achieve? Because why? That's what it's for, right? Okay? So if you want to, I want you to, if you're doing this and you find like, oh wow, I identify some things, like talk to somebody about it. You can leave it in my comments if you want to, but talk to somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? And just maybe they can get that information and they can either help you, you can help them, y'all helping each other. You pushing the world forward just by doing these four things, right? Okay, so I hope this helps. Thank you for sticking it out with me to the end, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Till the next time.